What's going on, everybody? Welcome to 6thManBlitz podcast, brought to you by Micah, Huff, and Lynch. Today's episode, I feel like it's a great one for you guys today. Today is November 27th, 2020. Today we're talking about NFL preview, review, talk some college basketball, talk some college football as well, get into some NBA free agency, do some rapid fire takes at the end, and then get some closing remarks in, man. All right, let's hop right into it, man. Texans, Lions. Talk about that.
Terrible game.
Thanksgiving, man. A little bit of JJ Watt action. I mean, never go wrong with that. But man, the Lions got to start playing on Thanksgiving, man.
I swear, bro, they can't give us games we want to see. Like, it's always them.
I don't want to watch. I don't want to wake up and watch the Lions play. Like I don't understand it.
Have they even won on Thanksgiving either?
I don't know, bro. It's like they keep putting the Lions out there. I could not tell you why, but I think Matt Patricia he lost his job for that game.
Yeah, he's gonna get fired. Him and Adam Gase, bro.
Yeah, well, Adam Gase, yeah, but Matt Patricia.
Nah,
I think Matt Patricia's lucky it was a home game. Because if it was an away game, they'd be like, just don't even get on the bus. Just stay at stadium. You would have got the lane kicked in 3 minutes. Like, just don't even show up, man. Like,
bro.
but yeah, bro, Will Fuller, every reception he had was a first down.
Yeah, Will Fuller's nice. Brandon Cooks had a good game too.
Yeah, I mean, Deshaun Watson, he's been lighting up the last few games, and
They had the same start last year too. They were had a bad record, and then they came hot the last couple games.
yeah, I mean, now he doesn't have a top 3 receiver in the league in D Hop, but bro, I feel like Romeo Crennel, he's definitely got to keep his job, bro.
He's a decent coach. He's been around for a while. Old as hell.
And look what team he's given.
Yeah.
And they don't have a first round pick next year, which Bill O'Brien is.
That boy tweaking.
Yeah. Bill O'Brien is just.
He's a Bill Belichick product.
I cannot tell you, man. He's screwed up Texans, but I feel like Romeo Crennel can definitely take over and help him to do better than. Because I mean, 4-3 with that team is pretty good, but if you just get some free agents or maybe some draft picks, maybe I don't know how, but maybe then you can compete with the Colts and Titans in the division.
Right. If there's a fourth playoff seed, they could probably be in the mix.
They could, but they're what are they like 4-7 now? I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. All right, let's get to the Washington football team versus Cowboys.
Terrible game.
Man, Mike McCarthy. They were in the game too, and then he was like, "Yeah, let's do a fake punt." I'm like,
"Oh no, dude!"
It was a close game, and then it wasn't even a good fake punt either. It was a terrible fake punt. Like they were just handing it off to each other, and then he just ran 20 yards behind the line. Like that was gonna work.
They had somebody open too, bro. They had like a dude wide open.
Yeah, Andy Dalton just couldn't get. First of all, his helmet is way too big on him. He can never get
the ginger.
And he just needs something, man. Like Andy Dalton is just obviously he's not it, bro. But look at the weapons they have, man. Zeke's fumbling every play, but they still got Zeke, CD, Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup. Imagine any quarterback with those 3.
And then tight end Dalton Schultz.
Yeah,
decent too, bro. But
I mean, their defense is
terrible.
I mean,
and they don't even have people injured either.
No, exactly.
They have their team on defense.
Cowboys would be so much better with the average coach. Mike McCarthy is not even average at this point.
I don't know, because he didn't do that bad with the Packers, but because he had A-Rod.
Aaron Rodgers, so I mean, but man, this defense is it's like a high school powder puff team, man. Like this is the same scale on defense. Like they can't tackle anybody. They're playing 2-hand touch out there, like it's a turkey bowl or something. Like, but I mean, Yeah, Cowboys suck. I mean, Antonio Gibson, he was balling last night. He was going crazy and everything, and they couldn't stop him. 3 touchdowns. He's helping out the fantasy team, man. I mean,
Right. Is he on your fantasy team?
yeah, he's on the fantasy team. I have him in 2 of my leagues, so he got me like 33 points. Time to go
Yeah.
crazy, man. Hey, Alex Smith has been doing a great job too since taking over, though.
He's like a real success story, man. Damn.
Yeah, I
Come
know.
off that surgeries.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously like Dwayne Haskins. I mean, come on now, but
That's it's a bogus ass situation. They don't even want that man to be the backup.
do it to him or anything. But
He was
I
being a cheerleader yesterday, though. He was hyping my man's up.
he was doing good like yesterday, but they still are like, man, just don't even dress. We'll find something else. But I don't know, they doing him bogus. But I mean, hey, free that man Dwayne Haskins, even though Alex Smith's way better. But free that man. All right, let's hop into Ravens Steelers. The Ravens, man, they got hit with COVID. Lamar's got COVID. Dobbins, and who else had it?
Mark Ingram,
Mark Ingram had it, yeah. So
some linemen too.
a bunch of them got hit with it. And then you see the strength coach too. He wasn't reporting his symptoms or anything, and
Yeah.
not wearing a mask around the facility and everything. So, but the Ravens, I would have loved to see this matchup with the Steelers,
It would have been a good game too.
especially on Thanksgiving night. That would have been amazing. But I don't think they're playing this week.
Yeah, I don't either.
But that would make a fourth wild card team that you talked about earlier. Uh,
Yeah.
you know, you still think it's the Bears. I don't think there's a.
Who else would it be? Maybe the Vikings if they
But
don't like.
I don't know. Probably the Cardinals, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I would have loved to see the Ravens play. Lamar, they lost by 4 last time they played, but Lamar also had 4 turnovers. So if you could have cleaned up that, they would have had a better. And the Steelers aren't this good, bro. Like they're undefeated, yeah, but they're not like they don't.
They've only had they've only beat the Titans and the Ravens.
Yeah, they don't remind me of undefeated team. Like they're playing like the Jaguars and like they're beating up on the Jaguars, barely beating the Cowboys. Like they don't remind me of undefeated team. Like if you think of undefeated teams right now, you think of like the Chiefs.
Yeah.
That's the only team I think of. And I'd be like, yeah, they're definitely like, you know,
Right.
but it's the Steelers, which is just crazy to me. But I don't know. That would have been a good game. Hopefully,
Right.
hopefully these plays. They haven't canceled yet, but hopefully they play.
I don't think so. I don't
I
think,
don't think
they
so.
only have RG3 at quarterback.
RG
I don't
three,
know who's gonna play running back.
RG3, quarterback, running back, wide receiver, offensive lineman, who do everything on your offense.
Right.
All right, talk some Raiders versus Falcons. I mean, Falcons are Falcons. I don't think that needs to be said or anything. I don't think they could stop, the offense of the Raiders. The Raiders' offense has looked good the last few weeks. Even,
Derek Carr is playing good.
yeah, Nelson Aguilar, Eagles fans probably pissed off he's doing this good.
Still dropping balls though.
I mean, it's Nelson Aguilar, man. But, I mean, I have the Raiders in this one. I mean,
Yeah, me too.
obviously, I feel like I don't want to pick the Falcons. But,
I don't either.
I mean, the Raiders moving to 7-5. That helps um, their chances at the playoffs because they're not going to, win the AFC. They're not going to win their division anymore with the Chiefs in it. So they're going to secure a wild card spot coming up pretty soon if they just keep winning out. But I definitely think this is a winnable game for the Falcons. But I expect a big Big 12 game from Matt Ryan
Yeah.
and Carr, like number wise.
Yeah, they're gonna put up points. Both of them don't have like terrific defenses, especially the Falcons. But
Yeah, Falcons. I feel like Falcons might have a lead going into the fourth quarter, then they'll just blow it.
because the Falcons have a good offense to put up numbers with teams like the Raiders and stuff, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who the hell's on their defense.
I mean, they got AJ Terrell.
The rookie.
I really don't know, but yeah, it's like one of those. Like, do the Falcons even have a defense? Like, it's like, you know, I
Yeah.
mean, they got they could end up with a top 10 pick. They could get a quarterback.
Uh,
I don't know.
you think you're making that move though?
There's
I
there's
don't know.
there's rumors of trading Ryan or Julio, but I don't know if that's
Damn.
an option.
That's like, oh, let's just trade our franchise.
Yeah, I mean, they went to the Super Bowl 1 year, but they also had Kyle Shanahan. But
He's a good coach though, Kyle Shanahan. He fucked up in the Super Bowl though, but
two
a great
Super
offensive
Bowls,
mind. Yeah.
yeah. All right, let's hop into Chargers Bills. I don't. I think this will be a close game just because it's the Chargers and also because it's the Bills. They
Right.
only play close games, but I don't think the score will exactly show that. Like, I think the Bills will like obviously be the better team and like dominate up front, but I think it'll be a close game. But the score won't show. The score won't show that. It'll be like a close game.
I mean, the Chargers, like when you think about it, they have a playoff team. It's just I don't know if that coach is going to be there next year.
And Anthony Lynn not gonna be there next year, man.
If you put in a good coach to get in there, and because they have the defense, Joey Bosa, Melvin Ingram, Derwin James when he gets back, they have a defense. They have the offense too. Austin Eckler, Mike Williams,
Eckler's
Keenan
back
Allen.
too.
Yeah.
But they
So,
had the Seahawks blueprint from a few years ago when they got so good, and they have a good defense, and then they got a rookie quarterback. I mean, they literally had the blueprint the Seahawks have, and not really working out to their best favor. But I mean, the Chargers have taken both the Saints and Chiefs to overtime, which are one of the like two of the top five best teams in the league. So they have potential. We've all seen that, and Herbert's been throwing 400 yards like every game. He's on pace to break every rookie record for passing. But
yeah.
I don't know, Bills coming off a bye, and they're also wearing the throwback / color rush uniform. So I definitely have the Bills in this one, but it's gonna be a close game.
Josh Allen is playing really good. They coming off that win against the Seahawks too. That was a big ass win.
Oh yeah. I mean, also the Cardinals too. They
Yeah.
beat the Cardinals and Seahawks, but yeah, the Bills. I mean, they've been playing. It's also been fun to watch the Bills this year. All
Yeah. But
Allen haters and
their defense just needs to, get back to that level they were. Because last year they were one of the top defenses in the league. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
this year it's their offense just putting up the numbers every game.
yeah. All right, let's hop into Giants Bengals. Oof. I don't know
Danny
about
Dimes.
I don't think anybody's gonna watch this game, but we'll still talk about it. Bengals are starting Brandon Allen, 6th-round pick in 2016 NFL draft from Arkansas. Allen started 3 games for the Broncos last year, both on the practice squad for the Bengals this year. Pretty much, I have to go with the Giants because I don't know who this dude is. I mean, Daniel Jones back-to-back games without a turnover, which is huge because
Yeah.
that's the biggest problem. But Giants are sneaky good, man. They could sneak up on some teams and finish. I mean, the NFC East isn't good, obviously, but
No.
they could keep winning and get in. But
Yeah, Joe Judge putting up a really team that will compete with anybody. Yeah, they're in games. They might not win them, but they're in these games.
I mean, they're
Like
not
the Bucks. Yeah, but Danny Dimes, look for him to put on the wheels again, get a rushing touchdown.
the top 3 fastest quarterback in the league, man, with Lamar out, man. Give it to Daniel Jones.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, can't believe he still fell over himself, man. That's
Yeah, the memes, bro.
at it. And he was like, nah, man, I got to run out my body real quick. All right, let's go Titans Colts. This is a good matchup of both 7-3 teams. Both teams coming off overtime wins. Titans played the Ravens close until the end, and then Derrick King Henry had to break it out. Colts actually
Grown man.
coming off a win versus Aaron Rodgers and company, but I had the Colts. I had the Colts in this one. I feel like Phillip Rivers. He's looked really good recently. I mean, Phillip Rivers always looks good, but I feel like he's looked better than normal. He threw for 300 yards last time they played the Titans, which Titans do not have a good pass rush. So Phillip Rivers can just sit back in the pocket, just throw all day with his crazy motion like he's skipping rocks or something. But
He'd be like
Uncle Rico in it all day and everything. But
that thing be perfect though.
I like this Colts defense. I feel like they'll limit Derrick Henry a lot, make Ryan Tannehill make some plays, but I don't think Tannehill can make enough plays to beat the Colts. Uh,
Yeah.
this Colts team is they're sneaky good, like I said, but they're better than sneaky good though. Like they're on a different level. I feel like they could do some damage in the playoffs. I feel like they
Right.
can beat the Chiefs because their defense is that good. I don't think they'll beat the Chiefs, but I think they can. I think they're one of the best teams in the AFC to compete with the Chiefs.
Yeah, they have a good offense, and their defense is obviously one of the best in the league. And if they have Jonathan Taylor having 100 yards like he did, and then Hines and Pittman having big games, and all you need is Phillip Rivers not to turn over the ball, to be
Yeah,
honest.
that's always been his problem too. Just take care of the ball, fill up, and you'll be good.
And he gonna talk some shit too.
Yeah, this man always back there just talking whatever.
Dude, that's crazy.
It's like some
Out of
weird.
all the
It's not even just.
right.
He doesn't even curse either. That's like the weird thing. This man still be back there and just talking smack and everything.
And man, got like 7 kids too.
I got like 10. One 7. All right, let's hop in Panthers Vikings. Teddy Bridgewater back this week. Don't think that
Yeah.
matters because Christian McCaffrey's still hurt. Vikings won the last 3 out of the 4 games. They did like lose the last one, but I mean they've been winning games of recently. But I don't think this young Panthers defense can stop Dalvin Cook. I have the Vikings in this one, but then again, nobody's gonna watch this game. So
Yeah. It's it's a weird game because I feel like it's going to be a close one because the Panthers they play really well. Their defense iffy, but the offense, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, they put up numbers. And Mike Davis might have a big game too.
yeah,
So
most definitely.
you never know, man. Teddy Two Gloves is back.
Yeah, I got the gloves from Teddy. Um, all right, let's go Cardinals Panthers. You see who Stephon Gilmore earlier in the week, they asked him, who you guarding, and he said, who I'm guarding. So I mean, I'll take that as him guarding Andy Isabella the whole game. No, I'm just kidding. Guarding DeAndre Hopkins. We all know this. Everybody try to make a big deal out of it. They're like, "Oh, get your popcorn ready." It's like you knew this going into the matchup. Like the Patriots, everyone, man, he's guarding the best guy no matter what. I mean, we've seen this matchup before. This is a great matchup. I don't know if Gilmore's playing on that level that he's been playing the last few years, but I still think it'll be a great matchup. But I mean, obviously, I have the Cardinals winning this one. I think Cardinals offense would just be too much for this Patriots defense that everyone opted out and everything. But Panthers just haven't looked good.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals are gonna get this, but I'm rooting for the Patriots. I don't
Yeah,
know this Bill Belichick team. I think they're just gonna get it together at some point.
yeah, but I think when they get it together, it would just be too late.
But look, if they get that run game going, Damian Harris gets 100. Sony Michel's back this week.
Yeah, Rex Burkhead,
Um,
he's out for the year though, so that
yeah,
doesn't.
yeah. Rip.
I mean, it's also Bill Belichick though. It's probably a running back you never heard of before, working at Joel Osco pushing carts or something. He had an interview or something. But all right, let's go Dolphins Jets. Nobody cares, but uh, I had the Dolphins this one, just like the rest of America. Dolphins have won 7 of the last 9 matchups with the New York Jets. Tua will start this week. You know, he did play shaky last week versus the Dolphins, but I mean, he's learning. Fitzmagic. If Fitzmagic gets in, he'll have a revenge game versus the Jets. But I feel like every time he plays a game, it's always a revenge game because he's been on half the teams.
Every damn team.
But I mean, I have the Jets going 0-11 right here.
I don't know. I have Dolphins winning big. I mean, because you look at the last game, Tua was playing bad because they were getting after his ass, like everybody. And the Jets don't really have much of a pass rush, so I have him having hella time in the pocket, throwing a good game, clean game, and the defense score a touchdown too. So Dolphins big.
Yeah, I like how you said the Jets don't have much of a pass rush. I feel like they don't have much of anything. Especially having Joe
Much
Flacco,
of a coverage too.
especially since they released Le'Veon and Sam Darnold's hurt. They don't have anything right now, so it's pretty much just go out there and do whatever.
Hey, look for the Bears to pick up Sam Darnold in free agency.
He's not gonna be a free agent.
They get or trade him, whatever.
I don't know, man.
It's an idea.
Bears,
Speculation.
Bears got some problems. Much better than Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
All right, Browns, Jaguars. Browns are gonna smoke them, but Mike Lennon is gonna play this week. In 7 years, he has made 30 million. I'll repeat that again. Mike Lennon, who has started 23 games in the NFL, has made $30 million. That's just an insane amount to think of, and
Shit, let me be a backup quarterback.
yeah, I know I might have to be a backup. I mean, obviously Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, obviously too much for Jaguars to handle. And you see
Right.
Nick Chubb last game, no
Grown man.
no accessories, no sleeves, no tape, no nothing, no gloves. He had taped fingers. If I saw that, I'd just be like, Coach,
Dangerous.
I'm hurt. If I see a running back line, Coach, throw in the towel. Dude got the black Air Force One, the cleats on, man. Like, throw in the towel.
Him and Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt are both rushing for over 100. This like Jaguars defense is non-existent. Josh Allen's hurt too. Uh,
Yeah, it's crazy. We thought the Jaguars going to be 0-16, and now look at the Jets. But Jaguars, they played good at the beginning, but now it's kind of just they're just a laughing stock now. But I mean, they've always been a laughing stock. But
James Robinson's been playing good for them too. So
he came out of nowhere. But yeah, James Robinson's a dog, but he's obviously not. All right, so Saints Broncos. Broncos have won the last 5 matchups, but that's also been since 2000. So it's for me. It's pretty much if Jameis doesn't play, I got the Broncos, but if Jameis plays, I got the Saints. Starting that man takes, but this also is a John Elway. Uh, John Elway doesn't do great with quarterbacks, so if he sees Taysom Hill go like crazy on Sunday, he'll be like, offer this man a contract right now.
right.
But that's just how
30.
John Elway would be. I mean, but yeah, I mean, I don't think the Broncos can compete with the Saints, but it's also what Broncos are to show up in the game. I mean, look how they did
Right.
last week versus the Dolphins. They've been playing some teams good, but it just depends. They just don't have enough consistency for me to be like, all right, I got the Broncos. But it's also the Saints at the end of the day, so I'm just gonna go with Saints.
If the Saints defense shows up like they did last week, I don't know. It's gonna be a rough day for the Broncos. And it's Taysom Hill. It's a different team when Taysom Hill's at quarterback because he's gonna rush you. He's gonna throw this. They can do so much because Drew Brees, in there stiff as hell and shit.
Yeah, I mean,
It's hard to get the ball. You know what I mean? Different attack, and I like that. I don't know how defense prepare for it. I don't know how I would, but free Jameis, man, give him his respect.
I don't think there is a way to pregame for Taysom Hill, but just stop the quarterback draw. I mean, I feel like that's those. I don't think there's any way to come up with a game plan for that. All right, let's talk 49ers Rams. I feel like this would be a great matchup. Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay, great young coaches. Um, this division is stacked, but with the Niners just not having a quarterback, that puts the Rams at an advantage. 49ers have won the last 3 games playing the Rams, so they obviously had the Rams number. But just with Nick Mullins starting at quarterback, I just don't think they can win. And
Like,
I mean, they can win, but just not versus a team like this. And they're also returning Deebo Samuel, Richard Sherman, and Raheem Mostert. But I just don't think just Nick Mullins get the job done unless they have like a game where he only throws the ball 10 times. And they run the ball like crazy, but I just don't think.
right. I don't know. This 49ers team is like, when you look at this division, like in the next year, shit, like all 4 teams could make the playoffs. Like when there's Jimmy Garoppolo in there. I mean, a lot of people don't give him credit. He's a decent quarterback, but Nick Mullins, I don't see him getting the job done against the Rams. And their defense is, they're getting after it. Their secondary is really good. From Darrell Williams to Jalen Ramsey, the safeties too, they're insane. And then Aaron Donald. And fucking Floyd is playing good for the Rams too now, and it's
It's been amazing.
7 sacks, man.
Yeah. All right, let's stop into the game. Everybody wants to watch. Chiefs, Bucks. I mean, many people call this a Super Bowl before the year even happened. Don't
Right.
happen anymore, but I think the NFL did a good job on not putting it Sunday night because Tom Brady would have choked on Sunday night like he always does this year and just throwing.
He needs to sleep.
Yeah, he can't play on Sunday night apparently, but I had the Chiefs in this one. I hope it'll be a good game, but then again, the Bucks have not played good versus good teams, and they kind of need to do that to be a good football team. But I don't know if I had Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, I would just,
Wrong.
yeah, I would be sitting back there looking pretty, but I don't know. He uses a lot of his running backs. Tom Brady's always done that, but they just have not caught anything. Ronald Jones, Leonard Fournette cannot catch a cold. He cannot. I mean, he can't do anything. Leonard Fournette has just been playing awful, and that's the whole point of Tom Brady's offense. But I don't know. I had the Chiefs in this one. I hope it's a good game, but then again, I can also see a blowout.
Right. Yeah, the Chiefs are really hitting their stride. They're in like a 5-game winning streak. The offense is playing really good. And this Bucks team, I don't know, like you never know what you're gonna get with them. If when they play like a team like the Jags and all of them, they're gonna put up numbers. But like the Saints, the Rams, that Tom Brady's really not doing what he needs to do and what he was brought to do for this Bucks team. So
Right.
I don't know if they can establish Ronald Jones, get that run game going, then establish the play action, then maybe we can see them doing something. But I got the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think if the Bucks were playing good that they could keep up with the Chiefs.
Yeah,
Uh,
Chiefs got everything.
the Chiefs are loaded this year. I mean, their defense doesn't even have to show up on most drives, and they can still win the
Right.
game. All right, let's go into Sunday Night Football. Everybody waited for this matchup all week. Um,
Yes, sir.
Packers, Mitch Trubisky season, baby. Um,
Revenge game.
Mitch Trubisky has been playing. Um, I don't know think about this matchup. I mean, obviously, Packers are gonna win. I don't have any faith in Bears anymore going forward. Um, I mean, there are some statistics on the Bears defense. They haven't given up 300 passing yards in a game this season, and
Crazy.
they're second in giving up passing touchdowns. But that doesn't mean anything when offense can't do anything on the field. And Cordell Patterson had, you know, if we didn't have Cordell Patterson versus the Vikings, then we would have got blown out. But I don't know. Bears are just not good this year. I'm done with them. I've been done with them for a while. But if the Bears win, they'll be one game back from the Packers, which I don't think is gonna happen. But
Right. If the Bears win, I'm gonna lose my damn mind.
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you,
I'm gonna
because
call all my Packer friends. Hey, yo, it was good, but I don't think so.
heads, boy.
He said something else.
But I look at this defense, man. It's gonna be like a 21, 14, 21, whatever game kind of game. It's gonna be like, you know what I mean? This Bears defense is something else. They'll keep us in the game with anybody.
Yeah,
And but it's just up to that offense, man. They gotta when they're in the red zone, you gotta put points up the board. You can't get field goals and stuff. Like our defense is created turnovers, giving us great field position. Cordell has that punt return, so special teams playing good. Special teams and defense are outplaying the offense.
yeah. I think we only had 2 first downs versus the Vikings, and Cordell
Yeah,
Patterson ran it back. But if Cordell didn't run it back, 2 first downs. Like Khalil Mack had a pick too, and he put us on the 30-40, and we just couldn't do anything with it. But I mean,
and
we might have to pull up Mike McCarthy running fake punts on Sunday night. I mean, we'll have to see. He's gonna do it on our own 24.
bro, and that fake punt we did was our longest rushing attempt in the past 2 weeks.
That
There was 11 yards.
which is just sad to think about. But nah, Bears just not good. They suck.
I got I got the Bears in this one though.
Nobody has the
I'm
Bears.
biased.
Bears but you, Micah.
Hey man, it's gonna be a tough one.
Oh, let's go Monday Night Football and the slate. Seahawks Eagles. This could be a close game just because it's in Philadelphia. But then again, Carson Wentz is your quarterback, and I would love to see Jalen Hurts. I
Right.
know you're in it being 3-6-1, but are you really in it though? Like has Carson Wentz played good to keep you in it?
Yeah,
Carson Wentz is just they just have not been playing good. Like that MVP season is what kept him a job, man. Or I'll put air quote MVP season. He didn't get it, but he definitely would have got it. But the Eagles are just they just
they're
suck.
they're disappointing. Like they can't get nothing going on. And you thought like they bring back their players like Jeffrey, Miles Sanders, and Rieger are back, but they still suck.
It's
And they still can't get nothing going on the offensive end. And it's just Carson Wentz making dumb plays. He's turning the ball over.
I mean, maybe Doug Peterson will see that Jamal Adams blitzes every play, so then he'll throw it like just when he left. But I don't think he'll even pick that up.
You never know with that man.
I mean, the Seahawks defense is terrible, but
Yeah,
the offense is also terrible. So that might be a good matchup. Weakness
yeah,
on weakness, which you won't see that a lot of unless you're playing the Jaguars versus the Bengals every year.
right.
I mean, Eagles offense versus Seahawks defense. I feel like will just be a crap. No, it'll just be literally poop. Like, all right, let's go hop into college football this weekend. I got some good slates. Got some Friday games. Got some Sunday games. Let's hop in with the first top 25 matchup. Notre Dame, North Carolina. North Carolina has put up some points these last few weeks.
Sam Howell.
Sam Howell's been looking good. Mac Jones' offense has been looking good, but their defense is just giving up so many points. Wake Forest scored 53 on North Carolina.
The Deacons, boy, yeah, watch out for them.
50 points. Like I would hate to be Wake Forest. Imagine scoring 53 points and losing the game. But let's hop back into this game. Notre Dame, they're coming off a bye. They've been playing good. Their run game is amazing. Um, I think Brian Kelly finally has it down in South Bend, especially coming off a bye too. That also helps Notre Dame, prepare for North Carolina, rest up and everything. But yeah, I have Notre Dame in this one. I don't think North Carolina's defense is to stop Notre Dame's rushing attack or stop Ian Book, but I feel like this could be also a high-scoring game. I
Yeah,
want Carolina, but I got Notre Dame in this one.
yeah. I think North Carolina's going to put up numbers with Notre Dame, but when it comes to finishing the game, I don't think North Carolina's going to be able to do it. Because when they played, they couldn't finish the game against Florida State even, and so this is Notre Dame, the second-ranked team, and that run game is going to be a little too much for them at the end.
Yeah, I mean, going into the year, everybody North Carolina, watch out North Carolina, watch out North Carolina. I'm like, North Carolina could do some damage,
Uh,
but not right now.
Notre Dame has the highest chance to be upsetted this week
Yeah, I mean,
out of all the teams, top-ranked teams playing.
yeah, nobody's really playing anybody big this week besides Alabama, Iron Bowl. But all right, let's hop in other top 25 matchup this week. I actually think there's another one, but another one right now, Iowa State versus Texas. Um,
It's a very good game.
if Texas wins, I think Tom Herman might actually keep his job, which is surprising because when in the beginning of the season, everyone get Tom Herman out there. Tom Herman can't win. Tom Herman's not a good coach. But now I think if he wins, and I mean this is Sam Ehlinger's last game in Texas. That I feel like he's been playing for 17 years. He's finally done this year. This is going to be a good matchup, strength for strength, because Iowa State's got a great run defense, and
Yeah,
they got a great run offense, and Texas has been playing great defensive lately. So I think this is a strength for strength matchup right there. I think Sam Ehlinger will just be too much for Iowa State to handle, which not a lot of people say that a lot about Sam Ehlinger, but I like Texas did not play last week. Some COVID happened, didn't let them play. So I also think that will help the Longhorns, but I,
right.
I got the Longhorns this one.
Yeah, I have Iowa State in this one just because they're more experienced. I feel like, but I think Texas can still beat this Iowa State team because they did it against Oklahoma State. They have beat another team that's ranked, and like you said, their rush defense. When you have defense that can stop the run, that affects the pass game. And in this game, it's still going to be a lot of points put up. So, but I got Iowa State.
Okay, let's look towards the game of the week that everybody's been waiting for. This might be the game of the century, actually.
Really?
Michigan versus Penn State. This is a toilet bowl. Both head coaches on the hot seat. Everybody's been coming for James Franklin this year. Haven't won a game yet. Everybody's been coming for him, saying you can't do anything without Saquon Barkley, which I mean he is. You're not wrong. Um, I mean, he also had Miles Sanders too, so they've been coming. They've been saying that James Franklin, but Penn State has been disappointing. Also, I mean, Michigan has also, but Penn State has been more disappointing.
Haven't
And
won a game.
yeah,
Dang.
they've not won a game yet. Um, Michigan, they just came off a triple overtime win versus Rutgers, winning by 3. I mean, remember a few years ago, they beat Rutgers by 78.
Damn.
I mean, Michigan has just it's just been a big turn for Michigan. I don't know how this game is still on ABC, but it will be on ABC if you want to watch this toilet bowl. I don't know
You need
how.
to put it on Big Ten Network.
They need to put it on, not even on Big Ten Network, just put it on Facebook Live, even just put on Facebook Live. Um,
Stream it.
yeah, I mean, Bill O'Brien back to Penn State after this year. He could even be back to Michigan, or not back to Michigan. He could even, land a job at Michigan. I think everybody's desperate for Bill O'Brien, especially if you're 0-5 or 2-3 in Michigan's case. But this game sucks.
I think both of these coaches can win every game for the rest of the season. Both of them still get fired. I mean,
Yeah,
because this season's just been disappointing for both of them. Like both of them had high expectations. People are saying Michigan, this is his best, John Harbaugh's best team, and it's not looking good for them. I'd be at the crib. I'd be like, yeah, I'm getting fired, man. Another day at the office.
I don't know if anybody's going to get fired this year can still pull the, COVID,
Yeah,
but
the pandemic.
definitely a hot seat for both teams.
But I mean, Jim Harbaugh's man, he's been getting so much leniency, and he has yet to be like the big teams. Like it's yet to be Ohio State. He hasn't like performed in big games in the Big Ten, and I don't know why they would keep him. I would go in a different direction.
Yeah, I mean he has a top 10 recruiting class again this year.
Yeah, they're getting the recruits.
But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Let's turn to the Iron Bowl. Iron Bowls have been great the last few years.
Yeah.
For like the last 10 years, Iron Bowls have been good. Normally it's played on Black Friday, which disappointing. It's not this year. Um, but Nick Saban out with COVID. Probably. I mean, the second time this season he's got it.
Got twice, man.
First time probably going to be a false positive, but um, I mean, look at Cam Newton's comeback, the kick six, the basic in games, but both teams had great offenses, and I see both of them scoring over 30. But my Heisman pick right now is still Mac Jones, and I think the offense of Mac Jones, Najee Harris, Devontae Smith. I think it's just too much handle. I think it's too much to handle for any team, the SEC, let alone Auburn. I don't think any team can just stop those three. And they don't even have Waddle right now either, which is just crazy to think about that. Waddle could just
They
pop
got
up.
a good, yeah, they got a good everything, bro. But this Auburn team, Bo Nix, he's been struggling, but against these good teams, and Alabama's the best of them. So I don't know if they're gonna be able to hang with Bama in this one. I'm always rooting for an upset in this game. Upset in this game. Auburn to always pull it out,
Yeah,
but Mac Jones, no.
because Tua got hurt and everything. But I mean, I want to be mad at Auburn won, but I just think Alabama is just gonna pull away.
Just wait till Kyle Trask season, bro.
Kyle Trask on the Heisman too. I think it's pretty much down to Trask or Mac Jones, but there's still some football that left to be played. All right, let's turn away from football. We talked all football we can. Let's talk NBA. It's good NBA free agency. NBA free agency is still kind of going on,
Right.
but it's pretty much, we know who's signing where. Who's your winner for free agency, man?
I gotta go with the Lakers, man. That's the obvious answer, but you got two of the six man of the year nominees. One of them won it, Dennis Schroeder and Montrezl Harrell and you get rid of, and that's to replace Rondo, Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee. Like, come on now. And then they got Marcus Gasol, one of the best defensive big men in the league, to go against Jokic. And then Wes Matthews, a 3-and-D guy off the bench. Like, damn.
Love how you talked about six mans and those two guys, but you can't talk six mans without bringing up Patrick Williams.
The OG, man.
No. I feel like my biggest win would be the Pelicans. Them bringing back Brandon Ingram,
Good pick.
and they traded for Steven Adams, so and they just re-signed him too. So
Yeah.
I feel like the Pelicans have been doing good.
They got Bledsoe from Cream City, too.
I mean, Pelicans no matter what, but yeah, I feel like Pelicans is my winner. All right, who you got for your loser for free agency?
I'd probably go with the Clippers right now because you lose Montrezl Harrell, not only, but you lose him to the Lakers, your rival,
Yeah,
and that's a tough loss. But it's not a complete loser because they got Serge Ibaka, but they just need to get that point guard. And I think they can get it in the deadline or free agency. They just need to get that point guard to take them to the next level.
no, yeah. I mean, you could have lost. You could have lost him to any team. You could have lost him to the Bulls. You lost him to Oklahoma City Thunder. Everyone had been like, "Oh well." Since you
Yeah,
lost to the Lakers, it's like, oh no, like
when I saw that, I was like, "Yo, what the?" It took me by so like, because nobody was saying, "Oh, Montrezl Harrell might go to the Lakers," and nothing
yeah.
until it happened.
All right, my loser will be the Houston Rockets. Everybody be like before the draft. Hey man, you see the rumors? they go trade Westbrook or Harden, man. Westbrook, he could go to the Knicks. Harden, he's gonna go to the Nets, and they still had the same exact team. They they didn't pick out anybody. They had the same exact team. They didn't trade him. They didn't.
They got that man Boogie.
Yeah, they got Boogie though. I mean, but that doesn't mean anything if you don't know the future of your team.
Right.
And James Harden turned down 50 million. I would have been living life with 50 million. You know how much
A
money?
lot of money. That's a lot of money.
I mean, you can buy anything you want with 50 million. You probably already can because you're James Harden and you got all these endorsements. And
Endorsement.
50 million is, oof.
He's a better man than me.
All right, let's go away from the NBA. Into college basketball, it started this week. We've seen some good matchups already in Gonzaga, Kansas. Seen some good teams play. Um, who's your national championship prediction?
I'm gonna go with Baylor because they're coming off a year. I like the teams that nobody really expects, like the teams that come out of nowhere. But this Baylor team, they're ranked number 2 right now, and they got 2 players who are coming off uh, defensive finalists of the year, and then they have a player who's Big 12 preseason player of the year. So don't sleep on them.
I mean, you got the number 2 team. I got the number 1 team. I got Gonzaga.
Gonzaga.
Gonzaga's got one of the best teams to ever be in program history. They had 5-star Jalen Suggs, highest recruit in program history. They're also bringing back a lot of talent. They're bringing back Corey Kisper, who was a preseason All-American. They got a Florida transfer in guard, and Andrew Nembhard. This team is loaded. But I also look out for Illinois. Obviously, Illinois has been good. These last 2 games,
Right.
playing good. Ayo's good. Kofi Cockburn is huge, man, and it's a great name too, Cockburn. All right, who's your sleeper team?
I mean, we were talking about this, and you said they weren't really a sleeper, but I'm gonna go with the Illini, man. Root for them. I used to, like their team, root for them, but they would never really get past the Big Ten. But this is probably their best team since when they had Darren Williams and D Brown back in the old days. So watch out for them.
Yeah, you were talking about sleepers. You said Illinois. I was like, how could a team in the top 10 be a sleeper? But I was like, whatever, man. I mean, my sleeper team would probably be the Houston Cougars. Uh, I feel like they're the biggest like sleeper for a lot of people, but they're returning 6 of their highest scores from last year, and that's this year with COVID and everything. I feel like having a deep bench or having that experience is going to be huge because you never know what's going to happen with COVID and everything.
Right.
All right, let's go into the rapid fire takes. Who was the biggest surprise in the NFL this year?
I would say Justin Herbert because out of the quarterbacks, nobody really expected him to like be this good and outperform the other ones. So he's having a great year.
He's been undrafted free agent from Illinois State FCS school, so he's been balling like we've all seen. But yeah, I'd have to say James Robinson. What team is the biggest surprise of the NFL this year?
I would say the Dolphins because this Brian Flores team, nobody expected him to be in playoff contention.
Yeah, I would say the Dolphins are the obvious pick right here. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins too, but yeah, I feel like they just been playing. Nobody expected them to be this good. They kind of expected them. All right, let's go. What NBA team has the best chance to get upset by the Lakers in the West?
I'm gonna go with the Clippers, man. Even though, cause like you can't sleep on Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. They get another year with their duo, Serge Ibaka. If they get that point guard, man.
I don't think anybody can beat the Lakers this year, especially with the bench depth they just got in free agency, and they'll get some trades by trade deadline and everything. So I just don't think anybody is.
Don't sleep on Brooklyn.
Yeah, I mean, but hopefully the team in the East could just. But is Michael Jordan the worst owner in the NBA?
They be clowning that man, saying he's the Michael Jordan of sports owners.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens with this year. That Gordon Hayward contract was a little too much,
Yeah,
but I'm gonna say maybe.
I definitely think he's up there. All right. Will we see a one-on-one of Lamar versus Michael Jordan? I mean,
I,
LeVar Ball versus Michael Jordan.
I gotta see it, man. Yes, I'd pay to see it.
Oh yeah, I feel like most people would pay to see it. We would be disappointed, but we would still pay to see it. I mean, I don't think it will happen, but hey, LeVar Ball never lost, never, never lost, man. So, I mean, I would love to see that. I feel like LeVar would be a big, hey, that's a foul. He's a big kind of guy, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Let's go. Should there be an extra wild card added to the NFL postseason?
I think there should be because you saw with how the NBA did their new playoff format and how people were more engaged to it. There's like playing games, you know what I mean? So if the NFL keeps adding new stuff to the playoffs, you're gonna see the viewers get more engaged. And hey, the Bears in the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think it. I don't think it should, but I think it will because of the Ravens this week. Um,
Yeah.
but hey, I mean that's just more football for us to watch. All right,
But the one bad thing about that is though the like the Steelers or somebody would get a bye week.
yeah, they're going 10-0 pretty much for nothing. Like, all right, best college basketball conference this year.
I usually like the Big Ten, but I'm gonna go the Big 12 this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Big Ten. They got some teams depth wise, just like the Big 12. Both those teams. All right, let's get into closing remarks. I actually have two remarks this week. Former President Barack Obama says Drake has his stamp of approval to play him in a movie. Do you see a problem in this?
I mean, I would always like his SNL skits when he did Barack Obama, so I think it would be funny.
Yeah, it'd be funny, but then at the same time, it'd be like, Barack, why would you let that happen? Like, you can have anybody. You have anybody. You're like,
Brock's Brock's a fun guy though,
let's
so
do yeah, but he doesn't look like Barack. That's the thing.
right.
And then I have Vanderbilt plays Missouri this weekend, and with some specialists in quarantine, Vanderbilt turned to women's soccer goalie Sarah Fuller to possibly kick on Saturday. Practice with the team on Tuesday and Wednesday. This will be the first girl to play in a Power 5 game. I feel like this would be huge.
Yeah.
I feel like this would be fun to watch, but
Watch somebody try to block the kick.
somebody just try to block it off the foot. But yeah, that's all I got for closing remarks. I mean, that would be fun to watch.
Right. All right. Shout out Jay Inc. for the shirt, 6thManBlitz. Check it out in our store at 6thmanblitz.com. It glows in the dark too. And song of the week is City Girls Lock In. That's all I have, guys.
Hey, thank you guys for listening. It means a lot to us. Have a blessed week. See you guys next Friday. #FreeDwayne Haskins, man.
Yes, sir.